What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another week of training, another video. Going through our typical back and legs workout here, starting off with deadlifts and just working up in weight, adding more weight to the bar and reps over time in order to ultimately hit a 1 rep max. So you're going to see a lot of these are just very similar, and like I mentioned in previous vids, very similar warm-ups just to kind of coordinate and standardize the lifting for myself. So just doing our usual warm-ups, trying to emphasize speed, trying to stay tight, emphasize form, and just doing whatever I can to get to my top sets as quickly as I can to not waste any energy. So last beltless single here, and we're moving in 525 deadlifts. And sometimes on the program I'll do, I may not hit the rep range, but I'll still hit the weights, just maybe an off week. May not be feeling as great as I normally do. Currently right now I'm suffering from some allergies, so my voice sounds a little weird. That's probably why. Just trying to give you some extra different angles here, and just focusing on doubles and trying to fight through that lockout and get better and more conditioned to, especially the bar. This Kabuki deadlift bar has got some gnarly knurling on it, and it does cut through, add in chalk, dry hands, and you can really tear into your grip, especially with lifting heavier and heavier weights. So yeah, just going through the motions here, picking weight up, putting it back down. Usually doing squats after this, and again, just peaking this. Trying to get the reps in as a nice secondary, just to hit the lower body pretty well. Taking my time with these and really trying to emphasize staying upright. I'm just a very top-heavy person. Don't have the greatest balance in the world, so it's a little bit difficult when I squat. I like to be nice and controlled, and I like to have my hands on a position where I can pull into my lats. So for a while I was just doing SSB because I enjoyed it more than traditional back squats. That's changed recently, as you can tell by the latest vids, but we're still squatting. To get better at squatting, you have to squat. So just making little minute changes in between workouts. Sometimes I'll go wider, sometimes narrower, just to kind of see what works, and just trying to stay as healthy as possible and not get injured. So luckily, I've been able to kind of navigate that, and I taper off when I'm not feeling too great. If you get sick unexpectedly or work may be a little tough, you may need to taper back, maybe not do as many reps and sets, maybe just get the stimulus with the weight and kind of go from there. So that's life. Training is never going to be perfect, and you can try to plan and prioritize and do everything that you want, but doesn't usually go that way. Couple sets here of the power rows, my hybrid row. There is some body English too, though, but I do enjoy doing these. I feel like I get a lot of carryover. And Dimitri over here, getting right in the middle of the camera. But yeah, going through this, and in a gym like this where it can get packed at certain times, and there's really only one floor to do heavy lifts, we're all kind of down here. So, but overall, pretty good gym environment. Bunch of people, friends and stuff that I'll hang out with in here. So it's a pretty nice place, especially after about the 5 o'clock rush. And just getting various angles here, trying to work up to heavy, an eventually heavy single on the row here. And I know the purists are going to be like, oh, that's not really a row though, but I'm doing these in the context of generating speed and power off the floor. That's my priority right now. So the hypertrophy stuff I'll do more controlled than other movements. Transitioning over here to our upper body day, starting off traditional OHP. And once again, similar warm-ups. You're gonna get used to these and just gonna be able to plan exactly where I'm gonna be at as I'm working up. OHP, there's less weight you can move on this bar for obvious reasons. The upper body is not able to just generate as much force and recruit as many muscle fibers. So, you may be at a standstill with deciding between different warm-ups. So I've kind of found warm-ups that allow me to get within range of where I'm lifting, and I can adjust that. So top sets were at 190, so 176 is only about a 14-pound jump though. So I'll just do that. But as long as the reps get done, that's really all I care about. And I'll sometimes, if I'm feeling better, I'll make significant jumps to get to that weight quicker. Just it depends on the day and how training went previous, and then the previous week too. So getting more angles here and just trying to make the content a little bit more interesting, trying to maintain that high quality here so you can kind of see things clearly, nice colors and everything. So experimenting with that. The lighting is inconsistent in this gym in a lot of places, so you're going to get a lot of different quality depending on the time of day you train. As you get closer into the night, you get more of the traditional, like the LED lights or whatever they are, and sometimes if you show up early enough, you get the daylight coming in from the window, and it works pretty nice with the covering that's on it. It works like a softbox, so that's really fun. That's why I like deadlifting there. Nice, good angles, good lighting. So just going on with the close grip bench here, and just using this to help bolster my overhead press and then strengthen my triceps, and extra bench techniques and stuff and extra work in there to be better at benching. So a couple different angles here. I would recommend using the spots if you wanted to, but I was pretty confident with this weight. But like I said, you never know. It takes extra time to set up the safety spots, but I feel like you should definitely have them, especially if you're squatting heavier weights. Protect yourself and don't put yourself in a position where you can injure yourself and take yourself out of the gym or worse. So different angles here. I really like this bench. I don't slide on it. I don't need to put a band down to stay in place. So it's my preferred bench, but I have noticed with some other benches that have more clearance, I can get my feet under and just feel a little bit more powerful. So I'll mix it up depending, but you just have to train with what you've got. So typical dumbbell overhead press here, working back up. I was doing hundreds for before, and then that was getting uncomfortable, so I'm trying to go up slowly, and then I'll taper back if I'm starting to feel that again. So just trying to get a bunch of upper body movements in here, and then hypertrophy stuff to kind of help the workout too. So that's the end of this workout. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. At this point, you probably know what video is coming up next, but I'm here to show my gains and stuff going forward. Thank you. Bye bye.